Welcome to my views and news. We have Thursday's third video for you. We know that this morning Tigray military command, Tigray presidential spokesperson claimed that Eritrean and Ethiopian forces had launched a major offensive on Shiraro front. And that multi-pronged offensive on Shiraro from Eritrean soil had been launched. Since then, we have been waiting for official response from Eritrean government and Ethiopian federal government. Ethiopian federal government released a statement which did not address Tigray's claim, but this statement is indicative of the intentions of Ethiopian government. What is Ethiopian government planning? Does it want to take over entire Tigray? Does it want to take over Mekelle? We'll have a detailed look at the statement. What did Eritrea say? Did Eritrean government officially release a statement? Eritrean ambassador to Kenya, Ambassador Bijine Rusom spoke. A short message he posted on his social media account in which he used the word Chifra, which is used by Eritreans for Tigrayans. And if his message is about Tigrayans or Tigray fighters, then it is a threatening message. We'll have a detailed look at what he said. Firstly, Tigray claimed that it had come under attack from Eritrean soil and on Shiraro, near Shiraro, four-pronged attack was underway since this morning. Eritrean government did not officially release a statement in response to Tigray's claim. Rather, today Eritrea is commemorating the start of armed struggle for independence. On the 1st of September, Eritreans commemorate the start of their armed struggle for independence, which started in 1961. So, in this connection, Eritrean Information Ministry released a statement. No mention of what Tigray claimed. But since the start of Tigray, Ethiopia new phase of war on the 24th of August, Yemene Gebremeskel, Eritrean Information Minister, has been criticizing TPLF. He criticized WHO chief Dr. Tedros as well, and he accused Tigray fighters of using child soldiers in the ongoing fighting, and he has been accusing foreign powers, Western countries, that they are whitewashing TPLF's alleged crimes. So he has been very active, almost on daily basis. He criticizes Tigray People Liberation Front. But so far, Eritrean government has not officially addressed the claim made by Tigray regional government. Though an Eritrean ambassador shared a short message on his social media account, which is being seen as declaration of war on Tigray from Eritrea. He is Ambassador Bijine Rusom, Eritrean ambassador to both Kenya and Tanzania. He is serving. And he shared a message in, not in English. Translation of this message is, wise people learn from others' mistakes. Chifra won't have a chance to make another mistake because Chifra does not continue. Victory to Eritrean Defense Force and Eritrean people. What is the meaning of Chifra? Chifra is the term which is used by Eritreans for Tigrayans mostly, like Vujane. Eritreans use this term for Tigrayans. And though there is no mention of TPLF or Tigray in this message, but this message is being seen as a declaration of war by an Eritrean diplomat against Tigray. Officially, no statement from Eritrean government so far. What is Ethiopian government saying? Ethiopian government, after Tigray's statement spoke, it released a statement, and a title of the statement is that TPLF is vacillating between victor and victim, that sometimes TPLF tries to be a victim and then it acts as a victor as well. The statement seems to be an indication that Ethiopian government is planning takeover of entire Tigray. It could happen. That is how I understood this statement. The government says in this statement that TPLF has intensified its attacks. Civilians are being killed. Thousands have been displaced. Now, it is the responsibility of the Ethiopian government and government forces to halt TPLF's attacks. It is the responsibility of Ethiopian government to ensure that aid reaches the people of Tigray. It is the responsibility of Ethiopian government to create conditions, environment in Tigray for delivery of aid to Tigray. This point is very important. So that is why government forces are defending. International community should back Ethiopian government. It is treating the government which is defending its people and those who are attacking innocent people with the same criteria. Both sidism should not be practiced by international community. I think Ethiopian government here is implying that what US Secretary of State said yesterday was not correct. Last night, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke and he urged both the parties to stop armed hostilities. This is what Ethiopian government is referring to indirectly. The international community should condemn what TPLF is doing. Ethiopian government is only defending its people, its territories. Now, I see this statement of Ethiopian government as an indication that government is planning takeover of Tigray, like we saw in November 2020 when Ethiopian government forces launched offensive on Tigray from multiple directions, from southern side, from Humera, from Gondar, from Eritrea, and ultimately Tigray fell in around 20 days. Around 25, 26 days, Mekelle fell, not Tigray, because major cities of Tigray came under EDF control. Since government is announcing, federal government, that it wants to create enabling conditions conducive to delivery of aid to the people of Tigray, so it means that Ethiopian government forces now will enter Tigray from multiple directions. I see it as a very important development. Now, this is not a border escalation. It means the government forces will try to go as deep into Tigray as possible. We are now going to see a major escalation. Government supporters are claiming that in coming days this war could come to an end. Swiftly Tigray forces will be defeated. But we saw last time that though major cities fell in Tigray in November 2020, but the war went on. Central Tigray remained invincible last time. Once again, we are getting this impression that it could happen once again. That major offensive on Tigray from all sides is in the making. ENDF will try to enter Tigray. Now, it's another question if EDF will be able to take over Tigray or not. But it seems to be the planning of ENDF and ENDF and EDF. Eritrean silence is mysterious. If Eritrea is not involved in this conflict, it should issue a statement immediately. It should tell the international community that its soil is not being used. Its forces are not part of fighting. Eritrean government is silent. It means something is fishy. And Ambassador Beyine's tweet also indicates that, by the way, it has been consistent position of Eritrean ruler Isaias Afwerki that he was against withdrawal of EDF and ENDF from Tigray in June 2021. I think I spoke on that several times back then. He was opposed to withdrawal. He wanted continuation of military offensive on TPLF. He wanted complete elimination, capitulation of TPLF back then. But federal government of Ethiopia decided to withdraw from Tigray, and that led to some friction between Ethiopian and Eritrean governments back then. So once again, the two seem to be on the same page, and I think they will try to take over Tigray if they could. Thank you for watching.